No cops allowed. That's the policy the San Francisco Police Officers Union claims is being upheld by one Mission District bakery.
And union leaders are showing us the email they say proves what they believe is a bigoted policy.
All right, guys, so we have to go out to Looney Tunes world and talk about a woke bakery out in San Francisco, because this woke bakery apparently is not serving police officers, okay? If you're a police officer and you come to this bakery in uniform with your gun, they are not going to serve you. And now they're getting major backlash from the police department and from people on social media because this woke bakery refuses to serve police officers and presumably military members as well too, because their policy states that they don't serve anybody in uniform and armed. So again, if you're military, they probably won't serve you as well either. Again, they're getting backlash for it. So I want to talk about it. But before I get into that, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. The US dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s, when the dollar was decoupled from gold. And the government seems bent on continuing that tradition. From now and up until the next election, the government has free reign to print as much money as they want. And the last time that this happened, everybody knows, everybody remembers, inflation went up 9%. This means one thing: the security of your future and your family's future is all in your hands. Make sure you freeze the value of the wealth you're holding. Invest in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is the one asset that is proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold is here to help you if you want to invest in gold. You will also get a 24 karat, 1/4 ounce gold standard coin for free. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 877-646-5347 to get started, or go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. And just remember, there's a risk with every investment and there's no guarantee of any kind.
A San Francisco police officer was asked to leave a bakery because of a strict policy against guns inside the store. The refusal of service has ignited controversy and division, some supporting the establishment, others slamming it over their decision to turn away a police officer. The San Francisco Police Officers Association posted on the social media platform X, quote, "No cops allowed. That's the confirmed policy of the bakery's chain Reem's. One of our officers was denied service last weekend because he was in uniform." In an email to the association, the Arab bakery Reem's confirmed the refusal of service. Quote, "At Reem's, we do have a policy to not serve anyone that is armed in a uniform. All officers are welcome to come to our establishment when they are off duty and not armed." But San Francisco police say the bakery has lost their business. Quote, "We are not asking Reem's or any business with a bigoted policy to serve our officers. We're asking them to own their discriminatory policy and put up a sign so we know not to spend money in your establishment on or off duty."
And he was told by one of the workers there that they had a policy where they didn't serve people in uniform who were armed. I just was like, here we go again, with this crap, basically. Hey, if that's your policy, then just post it for everyone to see, right? Like, we don't have to play these games.
After news spread online of the bakery's refusal to serve on-duty police officers, those on social media took sides. In an Instagram post, Reem's justified their position. Quote, "At Reem's, we aim to provide a space where people can eat delicious Arab food and work together to strengthen our community without fear of violence or harassment. With the hashtag, we take care of us." More than 1,000 people commented with their take. The most liked comment reads, quote, "Would you welcome an armed cop if you were being robbed? My sincere hope is that your business goes the way of Bud Light," referring to a boycott that tanked the beer company's sales. Another user commented, quote, "At no point is anyone afraid of an armed police officer in a bakery unless they're a criminal. Practice what you preach on inclusivity and safety." Others supported the bakery's decision. One user commented, "Thank you for keeping customers safe from trigger-happy cops with qualified immunity." And another quote, "Whether you agree or not, this is their right as business owners in America." That user is right. The San Francisco Police Department acknowledges businesses have the right, within the constraints of the law, to decide who they will and will not serve. San Francisco PD promised to continue serving all members and businesses inside its community. This isn't the first time the refusal to serve a police officer in San Francisco has made headlines. In December of 2021, Hilda and Jesse, a brunch spot in the city, asked 3 on-duty police officers to leave because employees felt uneasy in the presence of their guns. After backlash and negative online reviews, the owners of the establishment apologized and called it a teachable moment.
What sets Straight Arrow News apart from the other guy?
Yeah, so what's interesting about this story, guys, is that this business is turning away police officers because they're woke, okay, while being on the verge of collapse. Apparently, according to them, okay, as they've actually had to temporarily close their doors in order to rest and regroup and to recenter and reconcept their little humble spot. Because, again, they're struggling. Let's actually read this. Because, again, this doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense to be turning away business from police officers when you're struggling like this. So let's read here. After much deliberation, our team has decided to temporarily close our doors at the Mission location for the next few weeks to rest, regroup, recenter, and reconcept our little humble spot on Mission and 25th Street. As many as you know, we opened 3 days before the world shut down 3 years ago. We never got to fully realize our concept and have had to shape shift to meet the constantly changing conditions while trying to stay afloat ever since. We have faced every challenge that has come our way, from exploding ovens to looming recession and a major exodus of San Francisco residents, and center our employees and community through it all. But in order to continue to do that for the long haul, we need a sustainable model. We are tired of trying to survive while keeping the plane flying, aka they're on the verge of collapse, right? They're on the verge of going out of business, which again, to me, doesn't make sense to be turning away business when you're struggling like this. We are hopeful that this moment of pause will have us returning rejuvenated and committed more than ever to providing the warmth of Arab bread and hospitality. We know you're going to love it. Our last service for now will be through this Sunday. So if you want to get a Reem's fix before we take a break, come visit us this weekend. Yeah, so this is what they said. And then this is the most recent post where basically they are trying to justify their anti-police policy by saying that they aim to provide a space where people can eat delicious Arab food and work together to strengthen our community without the fear of violence or harassment. Which, again, this post in and of itself, again, has received some backlash. You have some woke revolutionaries supporting it, which is really stupid. But, again, you know, it just doesn't make sense. But then again, I wouldn't expect woke business people to actually really understand good business. They put their political ideology over their business, which, you know, means that they're probably going to go out of business, right? This place is probably going to go out of business. But to address the actual subject of this video, again, this is just another example of the demonization that is happening to police in this country, right? And we wonder why police don't want to sign up to protect their communities because of stuff like this. It is a thankless job, okay? If you happen to kill a criminal that's the wrong skin color, you might be thrown in prison, okay? If you have to use extra force because the criminal is not complying, yeah, you might be thrown in prison. If the criminal is ODing on fentanyl and he just so happens to die while you're trying to stop him from resisting arrest, yeah, you might be thrown in prison. Again, this is why people don't want to sign up to be police officers. You have coffee shops that are literally turning away police officers saying, hey, we don't want to serve you because you're police, right? Which also means that when their business gets broken into or some violent incident happens, okay, or they get robbed, okay, or something like that, don't call the police. Make sure you don't call the police. And police, if I'm them, I'm not showing up, right? Low-key, I wouldn't be surprised if police have all agreed that, hey, if we get a call at this place, we're just not going to show up, right? Because at the end of the day, they don't want to serve police officers. They want to have bigotry towards us because we're police. All right, cool. Well, we just won't serve them because they don't want us around. We're dangerous, right? Apparently we're dangerous, right? Cops are dangerous. Armed cops are dangerous. Even though you don't have armed cops out here just shooting and killing people for no reason, right? You don't have that happening. You have some accidents that happen. You may have some scuffles that people get in with police in which police end up killing people who aren't necessarily guilty, but you don't have police out here just indiscriminately just walking in coffee shops and just killing folks because, I don't know, they're black and brown, right? It's ridiculous. It really is. But if this is the game they want to play, then obviously when something happens to their business, don't call the police, and the police shouldn't show up. But again, this is why people don't want to be police officers anymore. This is why we have a staffing shortage of police around the country, which is leading to a crime crisis in this country. It's amazing to me that with the state of San Francisco, you still have woke business owners that are not supporting the police, that are disrespecting the police, that don't want police in their establishment. If anything, if I lived in San Francisco, I would love the police to come to my establishment, right? I make sure they know we back the blue around here, right? Because that probably lessens the chance that your business is going to get robbed. If you have police around, that the police frequently visit your business, that probably means your business is going to be safer. And if your business is safer, that means you're probably going to have more customers because people are going to feel safer. Anybody who doesn't feel safe around police basically is an idiot, right? You're an idiot and you're brainwashed, which unfortunately there are a significant population of people in this country that have been brainwashed into believing that they're not safe around police. It's ridiculous. You have criminals terrorizing these cities and they're worried about the police. The police are the dangerous ones. They're more worried about police than the criminals. But hey, you get what you vote for, right? You get what, you advocate for. This is what you ask for. So, hey, I can't really be too upset about it. This is what they wanted. So when this business goes out of business, which it will, I promise you that it will, right? You can look back at stories like this and say, well, you turn down free money, right? You turn down free protection as well, too. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.